And now let's meet the starting lineup for the visiting Brooklyn Nets. At center, Walker Kessler. At small forward, Austin Reeves. At shooting guard, Tyler Hero. At the other guard, Jason the Great One. At the other forward, Zion Williamson. The head coach of the visiting team is Jordi Fernandez. Your small forward, 6'5", number 4, Moses Moody. Your shooting guard, 6'4", number 2, Brandon Podziemski. At center, 6'9", number 32, Drake Jackson-Davis. At the other guard, 6'1", number 71, Dennis Schroeder. At forward, 6'7", number 00, Jonathan Kuminga.
Welcome, folks. Thanks for tuning in to 2K Sports for the latest presentation of our NBA basketball. Along with Greg Anthony and Brent Barry and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Got one more great treat for you, folks. Joining us on our broadcast is Shams Charania. Shams, so great to have you with us. Thanks for taking the time to take a seat and join us here courtside.
Star-studded group, the pleasure is all mine. I appreciate you guys so very much for having me aboard.
Look at the smile on Brent Barry's face. He is thrilled to have you here courtside with us.
Absolutely. Super excited about it.
Here we are in November, and let's see how things are going out east in the early season. And look at the Nets. They like where they stand right now, perched in that topmost position.
Well, right now for Brooklyn, they've been taking no prisoners here in the early part of the season. It's been a very fast start and a lot of focus for this group.
Yeah, they're using that F word, focus. A lot of teams suffer from a lack of concentration in the early part of the season, but not this team. They're ready to play right from the opening tip of the very first game.
So the Nets starting 5. Great one out there with Hero. Then there's Walker Kessler. Then it's Austin Reeves. And it's Williamson in at the 4. And for Golden State, we've got Dennis Schroeder. There's Jackson-Davis out there with Kuminga. Then there's Brandon Podziemski. And it's Moody in at the 3. And the Warriors dynasty with their core seemingly over. You never want to completely scratch them out. But, Shams, how are we going to remember the run that this remarkable franchise has had?
You could make a case that the 2017 team might be the best to ever play, and the Warriors have become an elite franchise in NBA history. It might be a while since we see a dynasty quite like this, especially with the big 3 of Stephen Curry, Draymond Green, and Klay Thompson.
Hall of Famers, great coaching, solid ownership. They had it all. Here's the great one. Last game, an incredible scoring display for him.
And Hero, one of those guys you just rely on coming in and giving you that offensive pop. Does a lot of things for his team on that end of the floor.
First trip to the line for him here.
Gotta admire what he's been able to do at the free throw line this season. How about over 90%? And that's another area where he is just a superb player. Excellent at the free throw line.
Jackson Davis finds Schroeder. Three-pointer. Jackson Davis can't get it to go. Here's Hero. And the Nets miss again.
His touch from mid-range, that's almost always good. That won't shake his confidence.
Pass to Schroeder. Outside, Kuminga. With some arc. Good D by Williamson. For Brooklyn, they've gone 1 of 3 for the field to start this one so far. Stolen away. Here's Podziemski. Whistle blows. Bucket is good. And he'll have a chance at the line to make it a 3-point play.
And the lid's off. They're 1 for 4 to begin this one, but that shot might just get them going.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight. And here are the Nets. This game against Golden State is the first time they've met this season. The Great One with the bucket.
Uncovered at the rim, finding cracks in the defense here early on.
Just really smart basketball and exploiting whatever holes that he's seeing right now in the defensive squad.
Podziemski with it. He's covered by Hero. Shot by Podziemski, no good.
And so far, the team just 1 of 5 in that rim shrinking.
And he jams it with authority.
Well, nice vision on that pass from Hero, and he put the ball right in the shooting pocket.
Golden State's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. And Charms, I've always wondered, watching you, reading you, when did you first fall in love with the NBA? And when did you decide to cover it?
Really, when I was around 10, 11 years old, I grew up in Chicago right as the Bulls dynasty was starting. I wasn't quite old enough, but I was old enough to see some of those scrappy Bulls teams in the mid-2000s. And basketball was always a part of the national discourse, but also part of my life playing it, and then now being someone that's able to inform the audience and the public.
You know what? I'm looking up and down this table. I think we all feel the exact same way. Got a hand on it.
Such great instincts and athletic ability. Kuminga getting there to stop shots.
Pass to Jackson Davis. Back to Podziemski. Oh, and there's the alley-oop. Jackson Davis can't get it to go. Nets leading by 3. Here's Williamson. It's good. It's his second basket. He's shooting 2 for 4.
And some pinball action out there as defenders just bouncing off of Williamson on that play.
Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, I caught up with Coach Steve Kerr. The first player that Coach mentioned was Zion Williamson. He said, we don't see anyone like Zion all year. His power is unmatched, but Zion also has the touch and burst. You have to create a wall around the basket. Now, we've seen Zion play, and I think he's going to break through that wall more than once. Guys?
Thank you, David. Schroeder outside. Back to Jackson Davis. Pass to Moody. Fires the 3. And again, it's the Warriors missing. To the paint. And it's blocked. Schroeder outside. Stolen by Kessler. And here we go. Brooklyn fast break. And that one's good. Williamson.
Changing ends quickly. He's rewarded with a high percentage look.
Yeah, the defense trying to do their best to slow him down, but when he gets room like that, you got to look out.
Here's Schroeder. Takes the assist and lays it in. Picked out the pass nicely.
And Schroeder did not even have to think twice about that shot. This young man simply devours these chances inside.
Hey, Shams, you're always on the pulse of those league-changing trades. We certainly saw some impactful ones last season.
Across the board, the Pacers, the Mavericks, they made deep runs, and they did so on the back of some big trade deadline moves. Those are transformations that excite all of us to witness. Even New York, getting OG Anunoby at the trade deadline. This is a league that's built on capitalizing at the moment and striking when the iron's hot, and we saw multiple teams do that this last season.
That trade deadline was phenomenal for those teams you mentioned. Really impactful. Here's the great one after the made shot from Dennis Schroeder. The great one passes to Kessler. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. Here's Kuminga. It's tipped. Pass to the great one. Williamson kicks to Hero. Here's the great one. That's tipped. That's out of bounds. Brooklyn will retain possession.
Next ball.
And here is Williamson. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Lays it up off the glass. Williamson's got 8 points.
The chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
Pass to Jackson Davis. Takes the 3. The rebound by the Nets.
They've been beating them to a lot of those loose balls and rebounds here to start.
Good on the triple.
That time, Tyler Hero just so quick on the pull-up. Defense could not recover.
And here's Schroeder. After Tyler Hero hitting the 3. And we've got a timeout called by Steve Kerr. He's ready to talk things through with the team. And the Warriors making a change here. Wiggins is checked in. And Brooklyn making a change here. Jackson Davis finds Schroeder. Good work there as it goes. He's got 8. When you look at the NBA, Shams, any changes you'd like to see?
To me, it's having players stay healthy, right? I would love to have a rule that players just play and the top players are there playing the most meaningful moments of regular season games and allowing players to have freedom defensively. And the league can find plenty of other ways to discourage players, but to allow players to really be there in the big moments, to defend at a high level. And I would just love to have a healthy serum that we can spread around the league and keep these guys in the field.
I think here at the table, we're all nodding our heads, looking up and down. We all agree completely with what you're saying.
This is a rough stretch right here for him offensively. Seems to be rushing shots.
And the next one puts him in the bonus.
Now Jackson Davis. Still without a basket. Inside, tipped away, and it's out of bounds. The Nets will take it the other way. He's been on fire lately. Let's take a look at your Eastern Conference Player of the Week, the Great One.
He's really been on his A game lately. You know, the way their offense is set up, it really relies on his ability. He sets the tone each time down the floor, and he's been a lot of fun to watch.
Here's the Great One. 6 points for him. The Nets working the ball around now. Pass to Hero. Here's the Great One. Shot clock at 6. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
Really seizing the momentum of this game, but doing it with a methodical approach.
Well, how good have they been on the inside tonight, just getting down into the painted area and just dominating, controlling that spot.
And here are the Warriors now. After the basket by Brooklyn, Higgins outside. Pull from the top of the key. Kessler with the rebound. Kessler's got 6 rebounds in the game. Here's the Great One, covered by Wiggins. Takes it up with both hands and rips it down.
Their play on both ends has been superb. We'll see if they can maintain the momentum.
Like tonight, all the hustle plays have meant so much to this team. Now just sustain some of that energy and keep comfortable.
Here's Schroeder following the bucket by the Nets. Trains the three-pointer. We have all these great foreign players. Maybe 3 of the top 5 players in the NBA are all foreign players, right? And so much was made of Anthony Edwards. Here's a 22-year-old American player who has maybe the charisma, the game, the everything we could package. It could be our next great player. Is there ever talk around the league about why are European players being so dominant? Where are the great young American players to compete against this great influx of international players?
The grassroots programs, you have to look at what happens abroad and in the States. You have to give a lot of credit to the way that they develop players over in Europe. In any of those regions, they do a great job, and those players are hungry, they're driven, they're passionate. They're trying to get here to the States and play basketball at the highest level in the NBA. And you see at the amateur level, there can be a lot of fluidity, there can be a lot of flux. Players are given so much so soon in America, so to be able to have that chip on your shoulder, to have the passion, and to exude the confidence that Anthony Edwards has. The younger generation of players definitely have someone Anthony Edwards to look up to.
I like their focus coming in. Terrific execution so far.
Well, if there were 4 or 5 boxes to check in terms of the game plan tonight, they might have checked 6. I mean, they're doing everything out there.
Now here's Schroeder. He's got 8. That one a little long.
They've been sensational on the backboard to start this game.
And the basket is good. Got it to go through on the contact, so a free throw coming up. A great opportunity for a three-point play. And a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for the Nets.
They're controlling the pace of this game, pushing the ball up court and getting good looks in early offense.
Well, they've also done a great job of taking turnovers and producing out of that, working really hard that they're not wasting extra chances that they're creating.
Now a chance to take a look at some numbers for him.
In the last 5 games, you can see the trend upwards for effective field goal percentage. And it shows you how confident he's playing right now.
And so Fultz nails them both. Hey, Shams, no one is keyed on the league like you. Is there an under-the-radar trend that you're seeing around the NBA, or the next thing that you're anticipating may happen with the way the league will sway one way or the other?
Talking to executives around the league, it's clear that length has been very important, but having players that do multiple things and are versatile, that is of the utmost importance right now. We saw what happened with the Celtics winning a championship this year. I think that certainly is going to have an impact on how teams are going to build moving forward. Like the Celtics, you want to have players, 3 to 5 players that are playing heavy minutes for you, that are doing everything out there on the floor, not just one particular move.
Here's Fultz. That's short off the rim. Nets leading by 14. Here's the great one to the wing right side. Reeves outside. Good on the three-point shot. And the Nets lead by 17.
Defensively, they've got to pick up the intensity. Hard to win surrendering this high a field goal percentage.
Driving the lane and finished off by Fultz.
You have to respect how creative Fultz is, especially in these pick and roll sets, crippling the defense with that quick trigger.
Golden State's gone a meager 1 of 6 from three-point land since we got started tonight. To the middle. And Green slams it in.
If he can get his steps together, Draymond Green will throw it down.
40 seconds left in the first quarter. Pass to the great one. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. Reeves in the corner. Hero from long range. It's rebounded by Kuminga.
Well, you know, they're in the lead, but he's still been frustrated from an offensive standpoint.
Fultz finds Wiggins. The basket good off the assist from Fultz.
Size from Wiggins just pushing his way in.
Here's the great one. Reeves outside. Count the bucket, and he's got a free throw coming up as well.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct.
And the Warriors with some changes. Jonathan Kuminga. He's checked in for Trace Jackson-Davis. Podziemski's coming in for Anderson. And Dennis Schroeder subbed in for Buddy Hield. Williamson outside. Pass to the great one. Williamson right side. Shot clock at 5. Hero passes to the great one. Here's Williamson. Second chance shot. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
Love Zion's grit and determination. Nothing about his NBA story has been easy to this point, but he hasn't let that stop him from trying to get out here and continuing to dominate.
Connect, he's checked in for Brooklyn. And with the new broadcasting deals, NBA salaries figuring Shams to skyrocket.
And we're not even just talking about the players, Kevin. It's the coaches. It's the front office executives. Everyone is seeing some massive, massive paydays. Every single year we're seeing the biggest contract in league history, and it's only going to get bigger and bigger in years to come.
Are you surprised at the size of some of these coaching deals? I mean, the numbers are amazing to me.
Coaching, these front office deals, it's getting higher and higher. And once Monty Williams signed the deal he did in 2023, that only elevated the market for coaches, and front office executives also are getting big paydays.
The athletic front court pair, Wiggins alongside Kuminga. Podziemski out there with Dennis Schroeder, and it's Green in at the center position. That's the Warriors' 5. Kuminga, no good.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
Pass to Hero. Right wing. Here's the Great One. Sweet little floater. The Great One's got 4 points in the quarter.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Here's Wiggins, and it's going to be a goaltending call here. So they'll count the bucket.
Man, that's a tough call for the refs to make there. I'm not sure it was on the way down, but that's how they saw it.
Looney's checked in for Wiggins. Pass to the Great One. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
Hero knowing about the whens and the wheres for an assist.
Green kicks it over to Schroeder. Green bounce pass. Outside, Kuminga, beyond the arc. Drills it from outside. Kuminga's got 5.
I think this is a progression step here for Kuminga. When he starts to hit threes consistently, watch out.
Count the basket.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
And you look at the way the league is moving now, Shams, are there less big trades than when you started or more?
Perhaps a little bit less, but listen, the league is trying to keep parity in this league and allow teams to be able to keep their homegrown stars. There's always going to be plenty of interest, and that level of interest, not only from players from competing teams, but fans' interest, it's never been higher.
And there's never any hesitancy, right? If a team feels they can get better, for whatever reason, and however they do it, I don't think there's any hesitancy to pulling the trigger.
Particularly when you're on the cusp of potentially winning a championship or competing, whether it's competing for the playoffs, competing for a title. If you can make one move that takes you from point A to point B, teams and general managers want to do it.
Well said. Here's Podziemski. He gives the team some steady offense, a bit under 10 points a game.
Forceful rejection coming over there from Zion. You got to be careful if he's lurking.
Here's Kuminga. Off target from three-point range.
Well, his shots aren't dropping. They haven't been able to keep pace, but they trust him enough to keep going to him, see if he can find him.
And really keeping the ball hopping around here offensively.
Outside, Green. Two free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Zion Williams.
And now a chance to take a look at some numbers for Zion Williams. Just an incredible month of basketball. And he sits in the top 15 in points per game. An absolute powerhouse offensively.
And back to his phenomenal efficiency from three, top 10 in the league. His consistent shooting creates so many openings in the defense. Moody's checked in for Looney. Walker Kessler, he's checked in for Brooklyn. Austin Reeves comes in for Connect. Some nice passing by Golden State here. And there's the whistle. Illegal screen.
Brooklyn ball.
Now we get a chance to view the NBA's best setup men. Fifth is Austin Reeves.
His passing has been so terrific. You can see his unselfishness really rubbing off on the rest of the team.
Kevon Looney is checked in for the Warriors. Reeves the pass to the great one. Williamson the screen. It's stolen by Kuminga. Shams, it's been fun. And you know what? It's been too short. So you got to promise you're going to come back and give us some more inside information on the NBA. We have loved every second having you here courtside with us tonight.
Sorry I was not able to break any big news on air this time, but you know what? My phone's ringing, so maybe next time.
So let me look at your phone. Wait a minute. Hold on. That is big news! Holy cow! Come back sooner than later, okay?
Thank you.
So great to have Shams stop by. You can see his passion for the game in every word he says.
You can't work as hard as Shams does without having a passion for the NBA. It's not easy to be that plugged in.
There's 49 seconds left in the second quarter. And yes, it's good.
Yes,
Last game for Brooklyn, they picked up the W against the Kings in Sacramento. And it's Williamson missing.
That's the only kind of defense that's going to cut the mustard here tonight. You got to stay on top of a guy like that who can play at such a high level offensively.
Here's the great one.
The great one.
Here he comes, and there he goes.
Look at him punish that rim. 6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks.
This is one where the second foul is probably going to cost you some minutes in this game.
The Warriors have shot 9 of 11 at the free throw line.
Hard to teach speed, and for over a decade, Dennis Schroeder has shown you plenty of it.
26 seconds left now here in the second. Here's the great one. Plays it up and banks it in. The great one's got 26.
Man, have they been effective at getting the ball inside.
Schroeder kicks it to Looney. Here's Moody. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Moody's got his second basket of the night.
And his presence as a scorer, it just has a calming effect for the rest of the team. He's a fallback option whenever they need one.
And so it's the Brooklyn Nets leading by a full 31 points at the end of the quarter. Defensively, they have gotten after it, contesting every shot going up. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Kevin. Andrew, they shot the lights out in the first half. What has to change?
Get back. Focus on getting back, guarding your man, and not taking these real.
It starts with a man-on-man challenge. Thank you. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks so much, Dave, for the great interview. Don't go away, folks. We'll be back for the second half of basketball right after this.
Hello, everybody. We're here to break it all down, and through the first half of play, it's a very commanding lead for the Brooklyn Nets.
Hey, these guys are a bunch of artists, man. You know why? They live for the paint.
Oh, that joke was weak, but their play style is Diesel approved.
I wouldn't say the joke was weak, it just needed a capper. Okay, now let's see what's going on around the league in terms of injuries.
The Kings are just not fully healthy. De'Aaron Fox is out of their lineup. Clearly a big blow. They'll have to make up for his scoring, his playmaking, and his speed. Coach is going to have his work cut out for him.
And that about wraps it up. And as the third quarter is about to begin, we go to Kevin Harlan for the call.
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. It's been one outstanding game from the great one.
He's been nothing short of a wall at the rim so far in this one, single-handedly providing great rim protection.
Been aggressive to block shots, but also avoiding fouls. That's a heavy presence inside.
It feels like every season, Brent, we set a record for pace in the NBA. Why do you think that is?
Well, I don't know, Kevin, if it's every team that's seeking pace, although in every coach's press conference you'll hear about them talking about playing faster and wanting to get out in transition. But that's where you take advantages of defenses most. Look, if you got a young team, open up the floodgates and let them run. Probably more success coming your way.
Starting off the second half, here's Jordy Fernandez's 5. Walker Kessler is out there with Zion Williamson. Then there's the great one. Then it's Austin Reeves. And it's Hero in at the 2. And the foul called on the great one. And that'll be his third foul so far.
First team foul.
Here's Jackson Davis. Podziemski with it. Jackson Davis in the corner. That 3 off the mark. Here's the great one. Off target from outside.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Outstanding find from J.K. Kuminga's all-around game continues to evolve.
Reeves finds Hero. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. And it's Williamson missing. And here's Kuminga. He'll bring it up for the Warriors. Pass to Moody. Now here's Schroeder. The 3. Rebound, Brooklyn. Kessler's got 10 rebounds here tonight. So active.
And they're 1 of 4 here to start the second half.
Here's the great one. Goes up high for the two-handed dunk.
And kind of par for the course here, right? Coming through with a solid offensive game to help them get this lead.
Outside, Kuminga. Back to Schroeder. 3-pointer. Score the basket, his 5th of the game. He's missed 6 shots against those 5 mates.
Watching Schroeder put the team on his back has been entertaining, and he's scoring at a steady clip.
Hero passes to the great one. Williamson right side. Pass to the great one. 6 to shoot. No one near Reeves as he lets it go. Trains it from beyond the arc. Reeves has got 16 points.
Pushing the action, getting others involved. He does it time and time again.
Nice to play with a point guard that takes pride in playmaking. It makes you move around just a little bit faster to get open spots.
And this is what dominating the glass looks like. He just cannot be contained.
Sort of reminding me of a little Ben Wallace action here from his years with the Pistons. He's been that much of a force rebounding the ball.
Here's the great one. Good, and the assist goes to Williamson. 34 points for the great one.
D has been just completely helpless and turned around. He's so dangerous when he's in this kind of rhythm.
It seems likely that the Warriors' title run under Steph Curry, Brent, has probably come to a close.
I'm not going to count Steph Curry out quite yet, Kevin, but they have added some quality youngsters. They're trying to grow that group. How fast can they bring those kids along to championship caliber players? That's the big question. They're going to win their share of games.
Pass to Podziemski. We've gone about 3.5 minutes into the third now. Here's Jackson Davis. Got it. Good job in the low post. Jackson Davis has got his second bucket. Nets have gone 5 of 7 from the field in the third quarter. Let's see if they can keep it up. He's made all 5 of his attempts at the line so far.
Gotta admire what he's been able to do at the free throw line this season. How about over 90%?
Taking 2 shots.
And Reeves drops them both. Warriors have gone 3 of 8 so far in the third quarter, looking to lock in that rhythm. Schroeder looking around. Here's Podziemski. Makes no mistake on the open jump shot. Podziemski's got 4 points this quarter.
And that's why Schroeder has a spot in the rotation. Coach recognizes his passing ability. He sets up his teammates well.
Reeves outside. Pass to the great one. And he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
Oh, he is a highlight reel unto himself, guys.
That could be a contender for the dunk of the year, I think. Here's Podziemski. Lobbed up there for Schroeder and stolen by Williamson. Here's the great one, and that one is hammered home.
Excellent on both ends of that play.
Yeah, the steal was sharp, but the slam topped it off.
And we say it time and time again, so I'll repeat it. Have to be careful with the ball, or this is what happens.
Fires from deep, and Kuminga gets it to go. Kuminga's got his third basket of the night.
That's pretty much not how they want to defend the three-point line. Somebody's got to shadow him out there.
Hero the bounce pass. The great one with the bucket. The great one's got 40 points.
Yeah, that's the third bucket in a row from the paint. This defense needs to clog those lanes in the middle.
And it's Podziemski in the corner. Outside Kuminga. And another three for Golden State.
Yeah, that's 2 bombs in a row from long range.
For Brooklyn, they've gone 8 of 10 shooting here in the second half. Very strong.
Golden State foul.
And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for the Nets.
Second team foul.
I'm in love with how they're moving the basketball all game long, and also their ability to move without the ball. That style just makes it so difficult to defend.
And I feel like there's been an old school aspect to what they've done tonight, and that is pounding the ball inside, getting it down low, getting those looks in close. That's been effective.
To the inside. Shot from 6. It's good from Schroeder on the assist by Kuminga. Kuminga's got his 6th assist on the night. And a deep three from Hero. An absolute bomb from three-point range. Hero's got 18 points in the game. Pass to Moody. Schroeder outside. Shoots from the line. Kessler with the rebound. Kessler's got rebound number 12 here already in the game. And foul call. Looks like they had a clear path to the basket. He'll be shooting 2 free throws.
Second
And they'll
team
retain possession. He's made 1 and missed 1 so far in the game.
Trace.
And on the season, only shooting around 73%, so not necessarily where he'd like to be.
He hits the second from the line. And the Warriors making a change here. Wiggins is checked in. A big group substitution here for Brooklyn. And the first timeout called of the game for Brooklyn.
Well, whether things are good, bad, or indifferent, coaches will have adjustments to make throughout the course of the game.
Yeah, not just there to pump up or to discipline players. You got to make sure that the coach makes the proper adjustments and has his team in the right mindset to carry it out.
And welcome out your Warriors.
And now let's take a look at the most efficient scoring teams in the NBA. Number 1. And so it's Brooklyn easily grabbing this one to come into an opponent's building and dominate the